Lately, I have received many requests from various aspirants about the UPSC preparation. एंड टुडे CGPSC का रिजल्ट भी आया है प्री का, तो बहुत जिनका क्लियर उनको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, और जिनका नहीं हुआ है वो मेहनत करते रहें। तो UPSC के बारे में क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चों ने मुझसे पूछा है, आई ट्राई टू कवर सम बेसिक पॉइंट्स which according to my view are essential for UPSC preparation. I'll be covering 4 major points, starting firstly with the timetable. It is very important to have a timetable because it will give you routine and structure and clarity. So all the 3 points. So make a good timetable, stretch out for how many days, how many months you will be covering a subject, when all will be taking the exams, like the revision tests, when all will be your revision days, your rest days. So plan out extensively. At least make plan for next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months and a year. Like so today is March, so you cannot pinpoint what will have pinpoint days for March 2027, but at least you can have a rough template. Like in March 27 you will be covering current affairs, or you will be doing history. So that kind of stretch, that kind of planning should be clear. That kind of timetable should be clear for how long duration you will be covering which thing. So first is timetable. Within timetable, be sure that you are keeping some buffer period. What is a buffer period? So buffer period is that zone in which you have not assigned any particular task. That is apart from your rest period. You will be having some rest period also, but apart from that, have a buffer period. So why is it important? See, many times we keep strict deadlines, and it happens with almost every one of us that we tend to overspill. For example, we have kept 3 hours for a particular chapter, but in those 3 hours we could not complete that chapter. Will you be cutting that chapter in short? You cannot. You have to complete that chapter. So have buffer periods. So in case of overspilling, you have that buffer zone. Say one hour for 1 hour in each day, and one day in a week, so that you do not overspill. You are not very constrained. You do not burn out. So that buffer period will help. Now, when I'm talking about 1 day in a week, I'll come to that in my third point also. But when I'm talking 1 day in a week, it does not mean complete week, complete day off. It simply means that you're not keeping any particular new task to be read on that day, new thing to be read on that day. But you cannot absolve yourself from revision. You cannot absolve yourself from practice. You cannot absolve yourself from current affairs if you're reading newspaper daily. So those things, because